Mama never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
Attorney General MT Eyejakpa Okulendi fie. The prosecutor, that is the state prosecutor, Oma Jatum said Godfrey Dami met Kulendi. Godfrey Dami met Kulendi and Jakpa without Jakpa's lawyer. At this point, it doesn't matter whether it was Jakpa who initiated the meeting or it was Yoni Kulendi who initiated the meeting. The Attorney General, who is the legal creme de la creme in Ghana, should know the first law when it comes to legal issues. You do not meet somebody, a suspect or an accused, when their lawyer is not around. It does not matter. It does not matter whether Kulendi and negotiate here or arrange here or Attorney General arrange here. At the end of the day, you know the law. The next day you went to court, you were supposed to tell the court that, court, yesterday I went to visit a judge, not knowing the accused was there. So I want the court to put this on record. The conversation we had nothing to do with this case. But it wasn't for once, it wasn't twice, it wasn't 3 times, it was 4 times. Still, this foolish guy calling himself Attorney General is walking in the corridors of our court. Yeah, Jimmy, are we foolish? Where are the standards? I don't even care about the technicalities. I care about the common sense. I care about the integrity. I care about people respecting the laws of this land. We are patching down in Ghana say, or your Attorney General. We sit here and we are watching this nonsense. For a whole Attorney General to admit that I broke the law, not judge it was say we should carry on. The guy has admitted that he has broken the law. The guy has admitted that he has broken the law. So what are we doing? Still, judge that what was say, ye dear Samuel Jelinipa. A Agrement etimusa. Onupa, enyansa for the way. Agrement etimusa in the history of the Republic of Ghana. Attorney General for the first time in General Court, Ajia to say, yes, I met an accused person 4 times without his lawyer, and there's a sitting judge who wants to go to the Supreme Court, nodding and saying there's no problem. The Chief Justice is sitting there. The Ghana Bar Association president, he is sitting there. They don't want to pass any comment. Is it a country or a zoo? Why can't we reason for once? For them to just accept, because me, case na I don't care. What I care about is one boom raso. Who Attorney General say any force in the boom ranso. But in the process of that, chairs over boom ranso, we boom ranso day. Who catch this at force in any jakpa a boom ranso. But you are using illegal means to prove to me so because now what I can tell you is that the Attorney General is twisting the law, illegally trying to prosecute people illegally, because as we speak here right now, boom runs no person or side a cast will be a boom runs in the punishing the panel. We pointing fingers at somebody say, or no, we in jail. You know, where did we get our law school or whatever from? How do we think? This is a mistrial. This statement is a total mistrial. Broni being Wabemas has a case where couldn't and so judge it all because he has been promised a Supreme Court rule. I'll show you the list that Akuffo is considering. Also your Supreme Court judges in the next week or 2. Madam Sewa is part. What is that? Mistake. About 4. Let me see the list. I'm in chow. I don't just say here Kasak Aum. Nina will come to pass. Said the Makachi will be a Nina Ba, but they be a Kevin Tenner Kai or NDC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 judges. Now the Danko Akuffo is going to add 5 more judges to the Supreme Court. My men listed in chow. Now Monday me ba, my break it down. You may be a chow. Justice Ifya Sewa Sare Bochi. She's being considered. Justice Eric Chebafo, he is being considered. Justice Benasco Issa is being considered. Justice Asante, he is being considered. Dr. Richard Frimpong, Canadian Ghanaian citizen. I remember I'm tricky. Last Dr. Richard Frimpong, or a Canadian Ghanaian citizen. It was because of him. Recently, there was a case in court. I can say people with dual citizenship can hold can hold themselves as judges in Ghana. It was because of that guy in Musa case. Mr. S, Mr. P, pull that story for me. Dr. Richard Frimpong, or a Canadian Ghanaian, okuta dual citizenship. Recently in the Supreme Court, also mubu embrabi by say, and the oya Ghanaian okuta dual citizenship crowd with my judge. Mokai, it was because of this guy. The reason why Akuffo end to me anya kwawe judge all this while was because he's still holding a Canadian passport. I'm out. Listen to this. It's going to happen very. Judges say Akuffo consider obe push omo ako Supreme Court and amebo bochre no. Justice Ifya Sewa Bochi, the judge sitting on this case, she's being considered for the Supreme Court. We are talking about Justice Eric Chebafo. That judge now say or the warrant atobe so forever and ever no. That guy, he is being considered. Opejem case. He's Justice Benasco Issa, he is also being considered. It will be a profile, you will see. Will be a profile. What do you say, Akuffo or destroy my life? Now there is Justice Asante. He is being considered Supreme Court. Dr. Richard Frimpong, or a Canadian Ghanaian, he still holds a Canadian passport. He was the reason why recently the Supreme Court passed a rule that a dual citizen can be a judge in Ghana. It was because of this guy. They intentionally took the case to court for them to rule before they called this guy to the Supreme Court. Now start ruling no if you hear a buyer from nowhere there is a ruling say obi or a dual citizen every to me about a judge of Ghana. It was because of this guy. To now he's moving the Supreme Court over 20. Let me show you. Thank you, Mr. S. Kevin Taylor is making it up. Sir, judgment away from the Supreme Court, it was because of this guy, Dr. Wee. Akuffo wants to make him a Supreme Court judge. This is the story I'm talking about. Recent. Go and read the story. Nebusa also say what caused for this. They intentionally took it to court. Akuffo made the court. Persons with dual citizenship can be appointed as Chief Justice, Chief Director, Supreme Court. This was on the 24th of April, 2 months ago. And I'm passing we say obi okuta Canadian passport, American passport, every to my judge or Ghana. It mean put a Supreme Court judge. It was because of Dr. Frimpong. When I'm in the case, the court, go and read. They cooked that story from the Jubilee House and on my Supreme Court, Robert Stampy here. That guy is going to be made a Supreme Court judge. You are telling me a dual citizen can be a judge, but in the case of Quayson, he has to go to jail. Oh, how foolish sometimes we can be in Ghana. A dual citizen can be a judge, but Judge Quayson, who renounced his citizenship, cannot be an MP. Hey, a crow was a bomb crowing. I was a bomb crow in the United States. Judge Quayson, who willingly came out, renounced or Canadian citizenship, we want to put him in jail. We have created a room for somebody who has dual citizenship to come to Ghana and be a chief justice. A crow was a bomb in sometimes the things I know, when I decide to talk about them here and talk about Ghana, the things I know, Jack, Nama me just a Akuffo and you say me too for it's one of the biggest advice I'll be in your brabo. Name it because a 2-tier MPP. I am saving you for over 20-50 years. The things I know. So because I'm a show with Ghana. The things, the videos I have, the things.
PENDREAM TV now so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.